Well, welcome to Ivy Knows Best. Y'all already know what the moves is. You know the vibes. You know who it is, right? Y'all know what it is. And I'm here with the team. All right. Now, let's go ahead and let's start things off a little smoother than we normally do, right? So we're gonna go ahead and introduce the lady in the room first, ladies and gentlemen. We do have Miss Chrissy. What's going on?
Hi.
All right, Chrissy. Now people have seen Chrissy before on my show, right? They've seen her before, which is great, right? Chrissy, it really did a great job last time we were here. She was here with Simone, and we talked about all the lies the women tell us men, and I wrote them down. Remember, wrote them down on a sticky, right? I can't remember them right now. The sticky's somewhere in my room. I had a whole lot going on, but
It
let's
was.
welcome.
It's yours.
Yeah, you know what the sticky is. Yes, the sticky is for sure mine. That I wrote all the information down on. But what isn't ours is the coochie. Now we got that out the way. We also have the supervillain, ladies and gentlemen, the supervillain, Kush himself. What's going on, brother?
What's going on?
Man, chilling. Can't even call it. We really can't call it. Even if we could call it, it wouldn't matter. Wouldn't really
At
matter if
all, at all.
wouldn't even matter. So look, here's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. As always, everything here starts with a conversation. Okay, everything. I was going to South Carolina, down at Juvie's World. Shout out to the album release, Juvie's World, out now on iTunes, everywhere else you can go get music. It's out now, right? So I was out doing my thing. Okay. Me, Mr. Owner, CEO, a couple other people, all hanging out there doing our thing, right? Putting on for the show. The show was there. And Kush hit my line and said, "Hey, bro." I said, "Yeah." He was like, "We need to have this conversation." I said, "About?" And he goes, "I have this person who I work with who says that we're talking about sexism, right? And how sexism affects uh both sides of the spectrum. However, the individual is not here to have said conversation, right? But luckily for y'all,
Wrangled me.
we got Miss Chrissy. Miss Chrissy is able to help us out with that other perspective. So, Kush, I'm gonna let you open this one up completely, letting us know exactly what the conversation was and what your perspective is. Because normally, we say ladies first. That's a gentleman thing, but you're the supervillain. We don't need to do that shit. That's not what supervillains do. So, go ahead. The floor is yours.
I am gonna let her go first. Though. I am gonna open, I'm gonna open the door a little bit. So being sexist is like what it like being labeling women, being wrong towards women, right? That's what it is, like, or that's what society says it is. But how many women go through that versus how many men actually go through treatment for being a man? Certain treatments for being a man. So that's what the conversation was about. So I feel like the world overall is really sexist towards men and not women.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Now, look. To be
Made me
fair,
sit back.
to be completely fair, I understand exactly what Kush is saying. I understand it. Being a man, living in this world, there are certain expectations that are placed upon men that are very sexist, that are not as freeing and liberating or allowing for men that it is for women. Dig it. All right, Chrissy, go ahead.
I mean, it's a man's world. We just look. That's just what it is. Um, Luckily for women now, we are getting more opportunities. We're in a place where people realize like women are capable of doing the same work as a man on certain levels. Like all that. I'm not the girl who wants to fix a car. So all that I don't believe in that shit. I'm not trying to build you a house. Can I build a house? Of course. Do I want to build a house? No. I don't want to get dirty. I don't want to be trekking in the woods. I don't want to be in the military. Some women, that's their shit. But it's still a man's world. It is always going to be harder for a woman to get into certain industries and certain lanes because we have vaginas, we have breasts, and y'all want to fuck us. That's half the time what it comes down to. So if we want to get to the place where a man naturally is, whose dick you sucking? Who are you letting fuck you?
So let me ask you this real fast. So which would you say is harder? Getting to the top based off of hard work and reputation and holding yourself to this standard, or as you said, sucking somebody's dick?
Sucking a dick because I gotta fucking live with that shit. Plus a dick, I'm
No.
gonna have to live with the trauma of fucking sucking this dick that I didn't want to suck. But did I want to make an extra $50,000 this year? Yeah.
So 10 minutes of work versus years of work. You
I
see
would
what
think,
I'm saying?
what?
It's I'm just look.
Here's the thing
And
that men
look
don't get. Turn this around. If men are in charge, right?
mhm.
You can't tell me no. Men are in charge in most big company and corporations. Now women are getting those opportunities. Amazing. I'm not saying a lot of women had to do those things or whatever. Not many women really have to do that, but there is going to be a point in time where they go to work and some kind of dick is going to be thrown their way. And it's up to her to decide, am I going to work hard or am I going to suck this dick?
I have
And
a
because
question.
of this big me too, that foolishness, women are choosing to, I'm going to work hard, but I'm going to remember and make sure people know that you threw your dick on the table before you threw the hard work opportunity at me.
I have a question. Why can't you do both?
Because ew.
Okay. Hey, look, listen. If I work for Oprah, now look, yeah, I know once a show I got some bullshit for y'all, and here we are. If I work for Oprah and Oprah was like, "Hey, I need you to go ahead and slurp me," you know what I mean? Give me some of that mouth action. All right, and I'm looking at Oprah, and Oprah's like, about 50,000 extra on the table for you this year. You know what's gonna happen to Oprah?
She's going to get that yummy, yummy.
I'm gonna give Oprah everything I got. You understand? Especially if
I'm
it's
drinking Oprah
guaranteed.
bath water. The fuck?
Like if it's guaranteed. So here's my thing.
It's
Now I'm not saying
Oprah.
I'm not saying that that these people are doing this, but can we be completely honest right quick?
Sure.
I think that it's a little bit harder, and I agree. Now, just before I go into this, Chrissy, I agree. I agree with your point as well. Both of y'all have a very valid point. I understand the point that you're saying when you're saying, okay, you're put in a position to choose how you're going to succeed, one of which you don't necessarily want or value, and the other you want to do, but sometimes the infrastructure doesn't allow it, right? Cool, dig it. I don't want those choices either. But I'm going to be honest with you. Listen,
Can't look at your face.
listen, if you've ever sucked dick for free, if you've
get
ever done it
something
for free,
out of it.
you can suck dick for 50,000.
I mean, but it's like the thing is, as a woman, it's never going to stop. You understand? Like once I've done it once, it's going to be expected of me. For men, that might only happen to you once in your life. For a woman, I could walk down the street and how many niggas want to fuck? I might not even know you, and you go offer me some dick. If I say, hey, you want to fuck? Well, it's possible. It's not even possible. 75% of the chance is I'm gonna fuck that nigga if I wanted to.
Actually, let's go a little bit higher than that.
You
But
see what I'm saying?
I'm
So
I'm
for a
more for
woman in the job industry, trying like once she does it once, the expectation is always going to be there. For a man, it's not going to happen to you that often. It's just not.
That's the
it's
market y'all
not, but
control.
it's not, but I still can't get ahead just based off looks and just being there neither. It's a lot of women who don't have to suck dick. They get there based off of,
Right, because we make you
dude, did you see her? Like,
yeah, because she's carrying herself like a lady. She's making you feel important. She's making you feel like, hi, I see you. And just off the fact that I allow you to think that I see you, you're gonna think of me first.
Now, Chrissy, wait one
so
moment now.
so
What if
that
what
would
if he's
require. Oh, go ahead.
what if he's doing everything he's supposed to do and he's making you feel validated? Having that man on your arm is causing your stock to go up because it's bringing other rich men to you. Is he not to be rewarded for that, right? So you're both actually winning in that regard, right? But whenever it benefits a woman, not you personally, but normally when such situations benefit women, you start seeing them being okay with it. When it stops benefiting them and they become unbenefited, it's no longer something they want to deal with.
Right. But it's still
Then it's sexist.
I mean, it's the world that we live in. There's things are changing slowly, But there's not much you can do. You just got to have yourself some morals and stick with how you value yourself and how you want to be seen in the corporate or business world, whatever lane it is that you're in. Um, you don't have a choice. You just got to rock with it. Decide,
But
I'm gonna suck a dick, or I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna just get this working. It's up to you.
but it's not even just that. It's like every aspect, like any court situation, the man versus the woman, the woman is gonna get favored, regardless of how good, clean cut the man is. It's like I say all the time, like when men get accused of rape, like let's say in this situation he didn't do it, right? He didn't do it. You find out he didn't do it. Okay, you've placed something on this man that's going to follow him and affect him for the rest of his life, and you get to walk away freely. Nothing.
I trust me. I understand all of that. I feel bad for men in the court situation. There's not. I mean,
it's
we can have
it's
as
just
many
it's
conversations that we want. Unfortunately, it's just not fair when it comes to the point of, because men are stronger. It doesn't matter how much bigger I am than you. At some point, if he gets mad enough, he's going to be stronger than me. So it's gonna have to come a point where you just gotta keep your nose clean, stay out of fuck shit, and be all right.
And gentlemen, listen. Hey, look, I'm gonna say this right quick. It's just look. I'm on y'all side. Okay, I'm on y'all side. Actually, let me stop there. I'm on the side I've always been on. It's my own. Let's start
Right,
there.
of course.
Okay, because I've said that before. That's been me. All right. It's all about me. Even when it's not about me, it's about me. It's a bad thing. Bad thing to happen. Nonetheless, listen. Here's the thing. Okay, ladies. 2 things for y'all. 2. 1. Have the same metrics for everybody. Okay. Have the same metrics for everybody. Here's why. This is why a lot of quote unquote sexist behavior exists, other than the fact that people don't know how to keep work and personal life personal, right? And people don't know how to actually be fair without throwing in stigmas such as I'm a woman or I'm a man, et cetera, right? Why are we not acting in a way that's equitable for everybody, such as, hey, whatever standards I have for Chrissy, I'm going to have for Jenny, and I'm not going to ask Jenny any other questions that I'm not going to ask Chrissy. Now, here's the thing about Chrissy. Now, Kush, check this out. For Chrissy, it's a little more difficult. All right, she's a Black woman, and she's working in these corporations, right? So not only is she a minority, right? She's actual true double minority, because Black men are often more valued in companies, et cetera, than Black women. However, here's the problem. A lot of these white corporations, and don't cut my head off, but it's just true, white corporations, it happens. You treat white women as minorities because they're women. And you take the tag of woman and make it into minority when it's really not that. She's still a white woman. She's still in American culture valued as a prized possession over that of a Black woman or a Black male. That's always been the stigma in America. It has not changed. That's why you have a whole lot of people who get upset when you see these little blonde haired, blue eyed women out here with people that look like me and Kush. Okay, they get upset about that. They're like, oh, well, that's really a white person. No offense, not all white people, but there's a big section of white America that does not necessarily appreciate that. They don't like the look, especially because they value their white women a lot more than they value anybody else, right? But they still say, well, she's still a woman, so she gets the minority tag. So they get to go ahead and say, well, we hire minorities as well. Who's a minority on your board? It's a white woman. Yeah. And Lord forbid if she's a part of the LGBTQ community, because now she's a double minority.
That's a win.
Now she's super up there. No, and no offense to Ellen DeGeneres. Let's use Ellen DeGeneres for an example. If she was sitting on the board, regardless of whether her work was good or not, hiring Ellen DeGeneres looks perfectly good for the boardroom. You want to know why? Because Ellen DeGeneres is still white, and Ellen DeGeneres is gay, or I'm sorry, lesbian, to be fair. So these companies, I know, but these companies are going to take advantage of that. So Chrissy does have a little bit of a hard mountain to climb in that regard, right? Now, here's the other side of that, though, Chrissy. Here's the other side. There's so many more women that are rich based off of their looks and their vagina.
Oh, definitely. I completely agree with you.
And they don't even have talents.
No, You don't need talent. All you need is to put that ass on layaway or that monthly installment, and you got a whole nigga ready to pay for your life. I agree with you 100%. Is it disgusting? Totally. I mean, who's the Jasmine Sullivan has a song about it. Buy me a body, move to Atlanta, find me a rapper. Like, and these days it don't even need to be a rapper. Just get you a nigga who's at least making over $150,000 a year, and then nigga's gonna try. He's gonna do his best to keep that, hospital made body together.
It's just like the day to day though. It's not even like the in depth. Like it's no winning when it's you against the woman in no situation.
Yeah, you're not gonna win. You're not like
Zero.
It's not true. It depends.
Every
All these things
system
depend on the situation.
No, almost every system is designed to protect and coddle to women, and that's child support, divorce.
You're talking about law.
But life is based off of law, but not even law, just in general.
Not my life. I'm not going to the courts. If you living in the courts,
if you're like even society, if
give me something outside of the courts, because
if Ivan say if Ivy say, man, she grabbed my dick, I ain't really like it, we gonna laugh at him. Nobody's gonna take that serious.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, like, in every situation is y'all gonna win and we gonna lose. So I feel like life as a whole is designed around y'all and to protect y'all.
I'm gonna go with no on that.
Give me a situation where,
I mean, there's no situation I've ever been put in where, just I'm speaking for myself, not as women, but unless it's like a court situation, yes, it is designed that women are the less fortunate, the more, the one who's going to need more help. Just because if you come from, we don't even have to go back as far as the 50s. Let's go to the 60s where women just weren't earning as much as the man was earning. A woman put up with the shit that a man gave her in the house because she didn't have a fucking choice. I think the earning
part in today's world is by choice. Like, I mean, no, not every situation, but it's certain jobs that men are not gonna do that women go to school for and do. That's like bottom of the totem pole as far as pay. I'm not finna go to school.
Okay, so you're saying exactly what I'm saying. I just want you to realize that. Continue. You're saying
I'm just saying I feel like that's more by choice. It's not more by force.
By choice. It's just by a woman does not have as much pride when it comes to earning and taking care of their family as a man does. At the end of the day, I got this kid I got to take care of. I don't give a fuck what I got. If I got to toss fries at McDonald's, I'm going to go do it. But there's some men whose pride is so high that they're not willing to toss the fries. They're not willing to go clean a bathroom to get that money. But I'm going to do it because I got to take care of this kid. And then at the end of the day, when whatever he had going on to work out, guess what his ass is? Yo, can I sleep on your sofa? And guess what? My simple ass is going to let you sleep on the sofa because, you know what? This is your kid. I just want you to spend time. So we still end up on the ass end of it because we feeling sorry for you because we still want to maintain and try and take care of.
Okay, now let me ask you.
Job is to take care of and nurture. We're gonna do whatever we have to do to get it done.
Let me ask you that question. I didn't ask you a very valid question, right? Do you think that maybe what's being said here, right, is that the roles that each individual is given and the laws that are used to protect these roles play a large part in what we have going on as far as sexism is concerned? Because when you think about it, for example, I know we don't like using court, but let's use court. Let's just use child support.
Right.
Child support's my favorite. You know what I mean? I've been on this show knocking on this.
I could turn my mic off.
I've been knocking on this fucking door for so long. All right, so check this out. Child support wise, men disproportionately pay child support as opposed to women, right? Disproportionately, right? we can even use the state of Texas, which is considered a mother state, right? Which the mom can be on crack cocaine. They're gonna be like, take that bitch to rehab, let her parents have the kid. Mind you, father can be 100% a-okay, right? Working 9 to 5, whatever. They would send the mom to rehab, make her go through classes just so she can have her children. Let the father be on crack cocaine right quick. Nigga, you ain't never gonna see your kids. You better pray you don't end up in jail. Now that's here in this state. Now, when we start talking about child support, right, and the payment of such, there are women who pay child support, but when they pay considerably less than a man does.
Why?
Which is crazy. Now,
because he probably earns considerably less than that man does.
But even if you as a male earn significantly less than a female, like for example, it's 30 for 10% for every child that you have up to 3, then it changes, right? In this state, I'm just going to speak about this state. So I pay 30% of my money to my children, right? So 30% of my income a year goes to my kids, according to the numbers. So if your money is going to your children in that 30% range, if she doesn't have let's say she doesn't work in a field that gets her $100,000 a year, right? Or $80,000 a year, whatever the case may be, she's going to be able to stay in that field for as long as she wants. She's not going to be pressured to do anything. As a man, the pressure for you to still take care of your family after you pay child support still exists. So after you pay that 30%, your children still got birthdays, your children still got Christmas, your children still got your visitation time, your children still got a lot of things that are needed that child support sometimes doesn't always cover, right? Women get away with not having to pay that tab all the time because as a man, you're just taught to have it. You need to have it because that's what society taught you. Take care of your shit, right? It's not her responsibility, even though you went half on a baby, right?
You did.
So if 30% of my income should go to my children, 30% of her income should go to our children too. Whether or not her 30% matches my 30% becomes irrelevant when it comes to the children, as long as you're able to pay, right? A lot of women get away with not even doing that. A lot of fathers, I don't even want it. Let me just take care of my children because I know you can't afford it and you don't care. You care more about how you look so you can get the next nigga than you do about taking care of the little niggas you got with me.
So I'm gonna do this. It sounds terrible. I don't agree with it, but I'm gonna do it. How many? Who do the kids live with? That's
mine personally. My majority of the time, in any case, they majorly live with the mother. If you're in the mothering state, that's where the children go.
Right. So I'm gonna do this as well. Time is money.
Facts.
So there's certain things that she's not gonna be able to do because she gotta take care of the kids. You might be able to have 2-3 jobs. She might not have the opportunity. So she can't give 30% of her income because she's spending 80% of her time with those children, getting them to activities and all that stuff. I can't give income that I can't create because I have to be a mom 80 to 90% of the time.
Okay.
Time is money. So sometimes, unfortunately, what you're paying for is the time that she has to take care of these kids.
So you're still having to take care of her end of the bargain.
Yeah. If we were to, guess what? If we were still together, you wouldn't have to worry about that 30%.
Okay, but what happens if she's the one that wants to leave? If she's the one that wants to leave, then you still got to pay for it.
Eric, I know your situation.
No, this isn't me. This isn't me.
No. That's the highest rate of divorce.
Exactly.
In this country. Women.
Yeah, we're not talking specifically about me. We're talking in general.
We're generalizing it. So generally, the woman is taking care of the kids most of the time. So time is money. What you're able to do as a man financially or with your own time, I can't do because I got these kids. You can go on an extra vacation a year or two.
But what if he asked for a lot of men are nowadays, especially nowadays, asking for 50-50. Right. They're asking, hey, let me not pay you child support. Let me have but what happens is what normally happens with a lot of women, not all, and we're not and you know what, right quick before I go into this, shout out to the mothers who are doing it by themselves, all right, who have no help, who wish they had somebody to help them. Shout out to them. But for the ones who have good men, right? And they're taking these good men to court and they're making these good men pay these large amounts and these tabs. I get you got to take care of your children. I understand. But if the father's asking 50-50 with the children and you're not allowing him 50-50, that's because you want the monetary value that comes with that.
And that's a lot of that. I mean, I have a son who's in that situation. He pays a lot of money, and his kid wants to live with him, but the mom is being, you know.
Should the father then have to still pay for extra stuff? Because the court just told him that's all he needs to pay. So when those fathers have those extra jobs, right, to try to have to be able to live, et cetera, right? This is just me. We're speaking about this, the sexism part of it, right? That court doesn't look at, when they look at your finances, they don't look at all the bills you pay. They don't look at none of the other stuff. What they look at is the numbers and what your gender is.
Yeah.
As a man, get your ass up and go get another job.
Yeah.
As a woman, you get the passive, hey, you got to take care of your kids. He should help you. But then again, 30% of his income ain't helping you raise those children.
Yeah.
It's not giving your kids time.
I agree with you with that part of it, just because, like I said, I have a family member who's been dealing with this for a long time. And half the time, like, the kid is with him. The kid is happy with him, you know? But it's still unfortunate that when it comes to court and child support, the man is set up to fail. They definitely are. But there's, unfortunately, that's because there was so much of the whole man just not wanting to show up before. But now, thank God, you know, we're in a place where men are wanting to be stronger fathers and wanting to raise their children. It's going to take time to turn that around.
Yeah. And it's sad because, and you're right, you're 100% correct. A lot of fathers prior to who didn't do their job has made life horrible for fathers that want to. Definitely. Right. But at the same time, it's also allowed women, mind you, because women in the past who were raised with just their mother and they watched their mother do it by herself, they said, I'm not doing that. That's not going to happen to me. Now, if a nigga get me pregnant, he going to pay. And here's the thing about it. And once these numbers start coming out, and this is where they really fucked up the system. And there goes Kush. Where they really, and here comes Kush again. Damn, Kush, you bounced on us and came back. But no, the problem becomes this, ladies. What they start doing is, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and get pregnant by that nigga over there. Mm-hmm. All right, that super villain Kush nigga that be on Ivy Knows Best. That Ivy, now I'm gonna get pregnant by both of them niggas. Let me tell you why. Not at the same time, but girl, I get Kush and you get her.
Yeah, I have to get that to get them two babies out.
All right, and now we're gonna have to get this money. We're gonna get this money together. And then what's gonna happen is, after I get this money off those two niggas, guess what I'm about to do now? The same thing I was doing prior, but I'm gonna take their money, all their money, and I'm gonna get paid for it. And the court's going to help me. Now that's the sexism of the court. Now sexism between people without law,
yeah,
it's completely different. So off my soapbox, what do you feel about the sexism between people without the use of law?
Because you brought this to the table, you go ahead.
The world is still gonna side with women in any situation. Cheating, any situation. If you cheat, what did you do wrong? What you not doing for that woman? You need to figure that out. You need to accept that. You need to forgive her. If I cheat, I'm a dog. I'm this. I'm that. It's a big difference. It's always a big difference. I feel like the only thing that women lose in is the hoe part. They lose in that category. You can't have sex with multiple people and get away with it. But everything else, from a world perspective, y'all win.
Chrissy?
Let's go through this, Eric. When you were coming up, what were things you were taught about how to take care of a woman?
I mean, everything. You gotta move mountains. You gotta make sure that your woman don't die. You gotta be willing to die for her. You gotta be willing to make sure she eats.
Who taught you that?
I mean, just from a young age, right? Hold the door.
Yeah,
right.
Pull out chairs. Don't curse at her. You know, the whole nine. Yeah, you got. Look, right quick, Chris. Just to explain this to you. The role of a man. If you're not willing, and I'm gonna say this to you. If you a wife, if you're married and you're not willing to die for that woman, you're not married. You're friends. Because if you touch,
it's a Southern thing. I don't know.
You can ask my ex-wife right now. When we were married, if you ever touched her or looked at her, you was taking a nap. It's happening, big dog. Unplanned power nap right now.
That's just the male ego.
No, because that's my woman.
That's how we.
It is. No,
That's how you raise.
And that's how we groom. That's how we raise. Now, what are women taught about how to take care of a man?
Did a woman teach you that, or did a man teach you that?
My mother.
Oh.
My mother taught me that. My father did too, though.
That's
Both.
the ego, honey.
You learn that from everybody.
No, you don't. I'm again. I wasn't raised that way.
Hmm.
I was raised to protect who you love, and that's just period. That's just male, female, whatever. If you fuck with my family, I don't give a fuck if you bigger than me. I'm going to fight the shit out of you. That doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman. That's just on strength of love. It has nothing to do with a male anything. That's how we all were raised. We all were raised that way. You could fuck with a whole lot of things that I got. You can fuck with my stuff. Don't fuck with my family. It don't matter if I don't even get along with you as my family. If someone's fucking with you, taking your head off. It doesn't matter. And we're all taught that. My brothers are not going to go ham life or death for a woman unless there's love. So
I said wife.
That I said love.
Yeah, that's why I put out. That's why I said
right.
If you are married,
it doesn't have anything to do with his wife. That's now family.
Okay, I'll give that's fair.
You see what I'm saying?
We're saying the same thing.
If I'm dating, if my brother's dating a girl, yes, he's gonna, but he's not. No, that's the male ego that makes you go the extra mile.
So question,
that's not embedded. That's not. I'm not taught this. My ego has brought me here. The ego takes us to do a whole lot of shit that we just naturally would not do.
So if me and Kush jumped you, would your man defend you with his life?
He's gonna take your head off.
With his life, right?
He's gonna take your head off.
Exactly.
That's love.
But that's what I'm saying. Even in that idea, right? Which you're correct. He definitely loves you and you love him. Right. But in that idea, not family yet, but because you are his woman, he's been taught this.
He wasn't taught that. That's his ego. His ego is allowing him to protect me. Because by nature, a man wants to protect.
Yeah, you supposed to be willing to die for the woman that you with.
No, you ain't dying for me.
Yeah. Look, babe, look. I'm sorry. I'm willing to go places that I'm not supposed to go for my wife. Yes. What?
No, that is. We don't even realize our egos allow us to do. That's a lot of fucking water, my guy.
I gotta have it, you know.
What kind of night did you have last night? Niggas is hydrating on camera like a motherfucker.
I've been fucked up, man. Don't mind me, y'all. I've been fucked up.
I'm sorry, but as I'm not, I don't like the labels. I don't like to genderize, or I just think that sometimes I think that we need to get past the gender thing and the roles thing, because unfortunately we live in a world where gender is now an option, you know?
I think we need to get past it too.
But you have to realize, like, as people, we respond to certain things because our ego won't allow us to lose.
Hey, hold up, Chrissy. If we let this nigga tell you why, what? Hey, if we let Kush tell you why he's saying this, Chrissy, you gonna realize why he's the supervillain. All right, you gonna realize real quick why he's supervillain, Kush. Why should we get past it, Kush?
Past what? Gender?
Yeah, why should we? Go ahead.
I mean, if equality with everything we deal with, that's how I feel. Like, so if I have equality, let's be equal. You know, I don't know you, you don't know me. Pay for your play when we talking to each other. When we first meet each other, what do I owe you? Absolutely nothing. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, why should I have to come with all my cards on the table while you sit back and decide between people? That's not equal.
But we all have the opportunity to hold our hand the way we want to hold it. That's your choice. If you want to put your cards on the table, you have to realize choice is yours. If you want to put all your cards on the table, you open.
Question, is it though? Is it really an option? Like most women are taught, and I teach my daughters this. And I tell and I tell my significant other if she ever comes on the show one day, she'll tell you, I don't let you pay for nothing. I tell my daughters all the time, look, I always have your money because whatever,
Because
right?
I need a taxi home if this nigga
Right.
acts up.
Not even that, or even if all right, hey babe, I ain't, just to make sure, hey, cool, I don't got mine, cool. This the last meal you gonna get from me, nigga, and go on about your life. Don't never talk to him again. Cut him off, block him. I teach my daughters that, right? But now listen, we're all in agreement that that's how it should be, right? But in equality would tell us all, you bring your money to pay for your meal, right? But what we're teaching is if you are courting someone as a male, it is appropriate that you do these things. But that's forcing inequality on the other side. Kind of like, for example, as a man, if you pay for a meal, you are supposed to get sex. Why? Because you paid for food, nigga?
Is this your vagina?
Right. It's not yours. So we understand equality, that she has a choice to say, hey, you're going to get this whether you pay or not, right? But we can't say that we don't understand equality when we say, babe, bring your credit card too.
I would bring it, but
you better be ready to use that motherfucker. Listen, hey, I promise you right now.
But I'm not saying that I'm not gonna pay. I am, like, I'm not.
We don't want to. Like, ladies, if Christian's he's not saying, ladies, that he's not gonna pay for your meal. He's just gonna say, at some point, ladies, you gonna have to pay for him to eat too.
Yeah, like let's get equal. You gotta love me the same way I love you.
Point, like I don't need him to pay for every meal. Like, I am gonna pay for. I'll take you out. I can take you out. I work hard. I'll take you out too.
But now here's the question though: Are you gonna get on top at the end of the night?
I'm gonna get on top and ride the shit out that dick and suck the shit. Like, all of that. That's all me. It's all on me tonight.
Just want to know. That's all.
Yeah,
Listen, everybody, listen. Chrissy needs to be protected by all costs, ladies and gentlemen. Because here's what happens: a female will take you out to dinner and won't get on top because she ain't got knees like Megan. Here's my thing: I don't care if you got knees like Megan or not, baby. If you pay for that meal and you want to be, I'm not gonna say the mask. If you want to be the lead on this one, you're gonna be a lead all the way to the end.
All on me tonight. Everything on lay back and enjoy.
And if I tell you I'm tired, don't touch me. It's okay. If I tell you I don't want any tonight, I'm sleepy, don't touch me.
That's a lie.
If I tell you I'm on my period, you better respect it, even if you know I'm not. Just accept it. Here's why. All right, ladies. I told y'all, look, the show gets really fucking good around this time. All right. So what happens is this, and it's weird. So majority of men are victims of rape. Yeah, that's right, niggas. Let's get into it. Let's be fuck niggas right quick. Hold on, hear me out. And we're talking rape by marriage. I've been married. Kush has been married before.
I've been married, so
but no, you've even been in a long-term relationship.
Very long relationship.
I'm not gonna call you the perpetrator, right? I'm gonna ask you both the same question because I know what happened to me. Okay. And we're not laughing at rape. We're not laughing at rape. No, rape I'm saying to you is this, because there is rape by marriage, but it's perpetuated to a point where men are considered the person that is perpetuating said crime. I've never had an opportunity to tell my ex-spouse no. Nope. And if I did, she would still continue on. Every man has experienced it.
I would have to go to work at 5 a.m, and she done went out and had some drinks and came home at 3, and I'm pushing her hand away.
Right. hey, she's standing in the doorway with the hall light on. Boom. Nigga, it's time. Now, we've been there, right? Now check this out. Every man has been there, right? But I can almost say majority of women have been on the other end of that from a perpetrator that isn't a spouse, which makes it a lot more difficult to even kind of connect that. And that's why I said we're not making fun of rape, but what I'm saying is majority of men in relationship. Has a nigga ever told you no, Chrissy? No. Has he ever tried? No. You want to know why he never told you no? Because it don't matter. It's not gonna stop you. It's not gonna stop you.
That's why I'm listening to you guys. I'm like, why would you even tell your woman no? Like, why would what, ladies? Why would we even tell our men no? Like, Eric and I have had this conversation. Listen, if at 3 o'clock in the morning you wake up to go to the bathroom, and you like, that look nice laying there, just pull my legs open. Let's go. I will wake up, and I'm not gonna tell you no. Like, that's stupid. This is why people cheat. That shit is why people cheat. I don't give you a reason.
Yeah, I think it's used.
Go for it.
I think it's used more as a tool with women, though.
I agree.
It's often used to, oh, you don't want to do this for me, okay? Like,
you're a raper. You're a rapist. You know, and you know this is crazy. Look, you know how many times, and I've said this the other day. I said, look, I sat on my bed and I thought about it. I legit sat at the edge of my bed and just stared out the window, and I was like, I've been victimized on multiple occasions. I really have. You like
what?
Yeah, I have. Yes, I have. Now, listen, I became a willing participant halfway through, but here's the thing.
I think it's less than half.
Probably less than half, but
right.
Call it half. Let's just call it half. But here's my thing, though.
Right. Just
you know how many people? You know how many men have been in trouble for that exact same thing?
Yeah, I agree. Yes, you're right. But I just think that if I'm in a relationship with someone, I'm not gonna tell you no. Like, I don't want to give you a reason to look outside of us.
Yeah, but you have a right to, though.
But
you have a right to say no.
Well, then that gives you a right to say no to me, and I don't like no.
No woman does. Women hate rejection, so, Christy.
Why
you know better than me.
The opportunity to tell me no because I've said no. Now we trying to battle. You know, even though people are petty. We're all gonna. Oh, he did this to me, so I'm gonna do this. I'm not. I can't. I don't want to tell you no, because at some point you're gonna want to pay me back, and it's gonna be at the point when I'm gonna probably get mad at just trying to pay me back now. So no is not an option.
Now listen. If Chrissy's relationship don't work out, gentlemen, you know where to go. Y'all know where to go. She'll never tell you no if y'all together.
No,
I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, I've learned something.
For other things, but that's one of those things that we both.
I say no. I say no nowadays. Not often, but I say no. You know what? I'm gonna tell you why I say no nowadays. Let me tell you exactly why I say no nowadays. Because one thing you're not gonna do, right, is make me romance you, get you all worked up in your mind, and think that just because I did that my penis is on auction. No, ma'am. Okay, this is God's temple. All right, all right.
You are so fucking evil.
And you will not get any of it. I will make you feel like you're the only woman in the room, just so I can tell you no. Because the real power isn't in yes. The real power is in no.
I agree.
You know how many women get off on, yeah, I got this from the nigga, I got a bed, I got cars, I got the house paid, and I had to give him nothing. Great, sis. So because you did that, guess what's getting ready to happen from here on out, all of 2022. All right. I'm gonna get you amazingly emotionally high, and you ain't gonna get a damn dime. No sex, no nothing. Not an inch.
Do you want to know why? The word no allows people to become competitive. It makes them find the best part of themselves, because now I'm going to get what I want. Because you're telling me no, I'm going to go hard to get it. I'm going to get your attention. I'm going to get that dick. I'm going to get you to spend money and time on me. That's what no does for you. It's a motivator.
Now, does it work the opposite direction though? Because what happens normally is a woman will question your sexuality as soon as you tell her no. She'll be like, you like dicks or something, nigga? You gay? No, I'm not.
She's saying that just to get you angry so that you give the dick up. She's not saying that because she thinks you're gay. She's saying that because this nigga gay as shit. She's saying that, girl, let me tell you what this nigga did. After gay as fuck. Like, she just doing that to get you bad.
What? You know what's funny? Hold on. Now I know. This is gonna happen next time. Next time me and Shorty kicking, I'm like, all right, no.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna look right in the eyes and no, because Chrissy told me to make you go harder.
Mm-hmm.
Chrissy will never be able to talk again.
No is a motivator.
Hey, Kush, Chrissy will be. Look, hey, one and done. We'll never speak to her no more ever again. Look, all because I chose to be stupid that day and take what she said out of context.
Exactly.
Like, oh, so you just choosing
the motivator line though.
It's
kind of true.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely make a clip out of that one.
Let's just take sex out of it.
Okay.
If you say you apply for a job and they tell you, oh, you know you don't qualify for this, and in your mind, you know, like, I know that I am a good mechanic. Now you're going harder to prove that I'm as good as whatever it is I was told no for. You're
Okay.
not gonna just be like this one. Like, I'm gonna prove to myself, just because for me, I know that I'm good at this. I'm gonna get it at some point. I'm gonna try another lane. And unfortunately, again, this is why I say no make people cheat. Just like I said, try another lane.
Right.
Try another bitch. I'm gonna toss this dick at somebody else. I bet you that bitch gonna tell me yes.
See, but here's the thing, women. You better not never tell your woman you better take your dick to nobody else.
No,
Bullshit.
you're not gonna tell them, but just, how many men try it? How many men do it? How many married men are like, oh, my wife had a baby. She's not feeling sexy. She's not doing this. But I got this other shorty and she let me do it.
That happens. That happens. You know what's funny?
You want to know why? Because his wife or his lady told him no.
I like Chrissy. Listen, you dropping jewels right now. Tell these women, look, you know what? When me and Kush be saying it, they say we hate women and stuff. No, babe, we don't hate y'all. We just trying to tell y'all at the end of the day, here's what needs to happen. You need to stop telling your man no because you mad.
Right.
That's the dumbest shit.
No, because like, oh God, it's so much of this whole stuff. I'm just talking too much. But if a woman feels safe and loved, she's gonna do whatever she wants you want her to do. But if you're not, as a man, making her feel safe is the key word here. Making her feel safe and secure in that situation, she's gonna tell you no.
What if she's doing it because it's the game?
Of course she's doing it because I'm just being petty and I need you to. If she's bitchy and you talk to that bitch, you're not, something you're doing is not making me feel safe. I don't feel like I can trust you. There's some lack of something happening, and there's a communication breakdown. But if I feel safe, nigga, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.
Safety is key.
Safety is key. A woman needs to feel safe.
Okay, Kush, let me ask you a question.
And in turn, a woman should also make her man feel respected.
X.
You can't just. He can't just. It's not even about the love of the man. You have to make him feel respected.
I don't even want your love. I tell women all the time. Women's love is temperamental as hell. I don't even want. Oh, and no offense, ladies. Listen, I'm glad y'all loving people.
You know what I believe about a woman's love. So
I heard in these streets ain't no such thing as love.
It's only one pure love, and that's from the woman to the child. It's no other love.
Yeah, everything else is reciprocated.
Everything else you have to give something in order to receive that love.
True.
My son, I'm gonna love that nigga to death. I don't give a fuck.
See?
That's my guy.
That's why I asked this question. Look, I asked this question to people.
Respect is more important.
Say that again.
That's why the respect is more important. Because if you know a woman, you know the only real love is that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never seen a woman lift the car off her husband. Oh my God, the car's killing him. Good luck, Johnny.
What's your life insurance policy?
Did you turn the oven off? Like, she's asking this nigga, he's like, bitch, I'm dying. Well, let a car get on her baby, boy. She picking that motherfucker up to protect that little nigga she only known for like 6 months. Like, nigga, what? And we get on people for stuff like that. Like, you really gonna choose this little nigga that you known for 6 months over somebody you known for 10 years? And this is real. I said, look, if you put, and I'm not saying, look, ladies and gentlemen, this is just that bullshit part of the show where I fuck around.
The shit show's about to happen. Let's go.
Yeah. This is going right. So if you in the water, all right. So hypothetically speaking, as a man, this is a male thought pattern. Not all, but a male like me, right? Fuck that. My thought pattern. If my child's in the water and my spouse is in the water, right? I'm going to forever love my child. Don't matter what. If you ask me who am I saving, I want to wish you the best of luck stopping me from saving my spouse. Here's why. I can remake that little nigga right there in the water. I can remake it. That I can make that 1,000 times by keeping her alive. If I pick him up or her up out that water, she's gone. Can I find another woman? Yeah, but look how much shit I got to do to get another woman. To get another child, I'll take 30 seconds some days. You know what I'm saying? 3 minutes some days.
Fucking much.
Don't take me that long to remake
If
this
you
little nigga.
busting out in 30, like I'm fucking you up.
I don't care how mad you are. Make me wait a month or so.
That's how it's supposed to be, though. That's what the
30
Bible says.
seconds.
That box, hey, listen, if that box is busting, it's busting.
Oh man, this guy.
If you got that box, I don't care. Look, listen, what you gonna say? I can't believe you did this. You can't undo it.
Can't unring that bell. Yo, that
You
show
remember
now.
Hey, you got better luck getting the devil to do
Hey.
good, bitch.
Be looking at your son like that was the best 30 seconds ever.
Little 30. Little 30, that's my boy. You know? And then here's what's gonna make me even happier. Right? Watching her be upset about the child that we made, like when he's misbehaving at school. And like she's like, I can't believe you acting like this, baby. Don't be so quick to angle like I was quick to put a baby in. You gotta slow that down, baby.
Oh, this is where I become the minority. Continue, you guys.
This is the bullshit part. I tell y'all, look, nigga, I'm on bullshit, y'all, all the time on this show at the beginning or somewhere in between, because we have to break up the monotony, right? Because too often we get to too many serious subjects and shit like that. But my thing is this: if I'm picking that baby up out that water, I've known this little nigga for, like I said, however long that baby's alive. Now I will be heartbroken. I'll get a tattoo or some shit like that to commemorate this child. I really will. I'll be like, you know what? Rest in peace, whatever. But I'm gonna make another baby, and I'll probably name that baby after the baby that I just lost, if the woman would allow it. Probably change the middle name. Now, if it's just the baby mama, not my current woman, just a woman I had a child with, I'm getting that baby out the water.
Yeah, that would have to be my wife.
Yeah, she'd have to be my wife for me to want to.
Yeah.
I mean, Eric is our, you know, he's our Bible specialist. What does the Bible say, Eric?
The same thing.
Let's do it. You know I love a good Bible story about Mr. Ivy.
Well, I want to welcome y'all to the church.
Yes.
Right?
It's
Of
Sunday.
Ivan Knows
Over here.
Best. It is Sunday for all of y'all who don't know when this show's taking place, so please bear with me. Now, here's my thing. The Bible tells us exactly what the structure of the home is, right? The structure of the home is God, the man, the wife, the children, right? Right? So you cannot ever place your children above your spouse as the person in that home. You can't. And you know, oftentimes I never understood this, and I'm applied to my own life. My father and my mother are married still to this day. My mother, there's times where like I'll be like, damn, Dad, why didn't you do this? And not realizing that he's doing what he's supposed to do. Whatever my mother said at that moment to me is what I need to go with, because he does not need to supersede what my mother says. He just needs to ensure that what my mother is saying is honored and respected by the child. So I should never ever feel like I can take my mother and have my mother put me above my father in importance. It would never happen because my parents are equally yoked in that manner, right? You have so many of these relationships where a woman will say things like, a man will never come before my child. Well, baby, you never gonna have a man then. You're gonna be a woman with a bunch of kids, because no man in this world is gonna wake up and walk into your house and be like, yep, I come after this nigga right here and we're married. What? Now, I understand that your love for that child is unwavering, and I will respect that relationship, and I will do everything I can to foster the positivity of that, and I'll never try to make myself more important than that love that you have. But in the institute of what our family structure is set up to be, according to the word of God, you will not be putting a child over me. No, you will not. You will be under me and I will be under God. And here's the thing about it. I will continue to treat you in love. When I say I'm over you, I'm not saying that I'm over you in any other way, as in I lord over you. No, I'm over you in structure of the home. The buck stops here, right? When God decides to punish, he doesn't punish the children first. Oh yeah, hey, you know what? No. When your house is out of order, he goes, hey, bro, you did this. Well, God, I was at work. Yeah, because you love money more than you love me, bro. Now your family's in ruins, so here goes your punishment. Oh, here you go, wife. You get a little piece of that too. Hey, children, it falls down to your kids too.
Yeah.
When King David killed Bathsheba's husband, perfect example. When he killed Bathsheba's husband, what happened to his family after that? right? Bathsheba became his wife. Right quick, before we get to this, King David's minding his business. Not really, but doing king stuff. He's out on the balcony. He's like, man, it's a good day to be king up in here. Let me go and walk out on my balcony right quick. Big dog, you see that over there? What you talking about? You see that butt naked woman over there bathing on? Oh, she taking a bath on side. He's over like, oh my God.
Go get her.
She had to be so fine that her skin might have been glistening all the way up to the top of the palace, and he had no idea what was going on other than he seen some glistening body parts, and he wanted a piece of the action. So he goes, hey, go on, bring her here to me, big dog. I want to talk to her. He goes, all right, cool. Go on, bring her. Paraphrasing, by the way, people. Look it up in the Bible. David brings her to the castle and decides, you know what? I need to have that. She goes, oh, I'm married. Yeah, I hear you, baby. Yeah. That's cool. Come on. So David lays with her. Right? And she comes back and says, David, I'm pregnant. David says, hey, do me a favor. Go lay with your husband, right? And tell him the baby's his. She tries to lay with her husband. He chooses not to. David's like, oh my God, I'm not a killer, but don't push me. All right, fine. I got something for you. Hey, he told his captain, put her husband, Uriah, on the front line. I believe his name is Uriah. Put him on the front line where the fighting is the most fierce. And, he surely shall die. It happens. They put him on the front line. He gets murdered. He allows Bathsheba to mourn her husband for a small period of time. Then he marries her. Here's the thing. She's still pregnant with child. Here's what happens after. And this is what we mean by the punishment coming to the head first and do the rest of it. King David loved his children. There was no ever a doubt whether or not he loved his children. But the reality of the situation became this for King David. When the prophet Nathan came to him and told him, hey, look, there is a rich man in your land. He goes, okay. He has everything. Livestock, you name it. But he has a neighbor. His neighbor has one little ewe lamb. That rich man killed that man with the one little ewe lamb, and he took the ewe lamb for himself. King David said, hold on, where's he at? Bring him to me right now. I'll kill him myself. And he's like, it's you, big dog. You did that. You did that. And because you did that, the sword will never leave your home. Next thing that happened is King David, that was his punishment. The sword never left his home. Next thing was his spouse was punished. You know how his spouse was punished? She lost her child. And then King David, subsequently after, if you listen to the rest of the story of King David, he had children who perpetuated rape on one another. You had one who murdered the other. And it fell down to the children. So ultimately, in God's perfect plan, God's plan in a household is that the husband, the wife, the children. You can't take your child and go, I'm gonna put you above the area that I'm able to reach, because you can't reach the head of the household. That's not even your gambit. Your gambit is to rule over those under you. That's why in chess, the game is not over when the queen is gone. The game is over when the king cannot go anywhere. The game is not lost when the queen is gone. She's the most powerful piece on the board. Yes, she is. She has more power than everything else. But the only thing is, the game continues to go as long as he has life in his body. As long as he has moves to make. You do not make moves to trap the queen. Checkmate is not called when the queen gone. Your most powerful piece is gone. Your most powerful ability is gone.
Not if you me, by the way.
Huh?
Not if you me. I had to throw that out there for the people.
Oh yeah.
I still smash you on that board.
I don't even want to find out. You want to know why? Because I say this all the time, and it's reality, right? In reality, let's see, we can use nature. That's why I don't want to find out, because nature has also said the following. Nature goes by that same thing. Let's look at lion prides. A lion pride will have a male lion take over the pride of lions, and will be like, I'm just gonna kill all the young in here. They came from the last line. He got to go. And there's instances, large amounts of instances, where the women lions will allow their children to be gone or killed for the betterment of the pride.
I don't know about nature. I got no comment, but I can.
But that happens. That's what happens in nature. Sad and sick, but that's the reality, because guess what?
In my mind, I'm like, that's a rough one.
I can never put my child above my king. I can never put this thing over the health of everyone else. If not having this child means we're going to have stronger offspring. This is how far they're willing to go. Now, transferring that to human nature. If you're saying your child nobody comes before my child. No man comes before my child. No man. Respect. I can respect that. I can respect that. I can respect that nobody comes before your child when it comes down to you being single. But if the situation is me and you are together, husband and wife, I'm putting a ring on your finger. The only person that comes before you is God. The only person that comes before me is God in your life. Everybody else is secondary to me, children included. You can't get you can't ask me to this is what we were saying, Chris, when we were saying that you got to be willing to die for your spouse. You can't ask me to be your protector even until death, right? Because Christ loved the church until death, right? And even beyond, right? So God wants me to love her with that type of love.
I understand that.
Can't ask me to have no child above me. Why? Because Junior willing to die for you. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He really is. Because it's your child. You always be willing to die for your mama. You be willing to protect your mama with your life. But the reality is, most mothers will protect their child with their life. But here's the thing about it: she don't got to rely on that if the male is there. Right. That should, her fighting for her life should be the last thing that's happening because he's gone.
Right. No, I totally understand that. And for me, like, my son is a lot older, so he's a beast for me. Like, he was my boyfriend now. When he met him, he was not nice because he's thinking, I have to protect the queen.
Right.
But I'm transitioning and thinking about other things, and the way he receives him made me angry because to me, I'm protecting the new king. And I don't like the way the prince received the new king. He was just like, and I got on his entire ass. So I understand that, it wasn't nice. It was a bad thing. And my boyfriend's like, no, I understand what he's doing. He's protecting the queen. I'm like, yeah, but things are changing. You have to, you gotta chill out because we're trying to create something different. And life being, transitioning, you have to start to, as a woman, knowing what I want and certain things, you have to allow a man to be a man. So as much as we don't want sexism and roles to be a thing, there's still a thing. But there's certain things that you just have to realize, like, your gender and your sex can't be everything when it comes to certain things. When it comes to the work world, I'm not sucking a dick for $50,000 a year. Just not.
Hey, you know what? Guess what? Look, if
you got to bring it back. You got to bring it back.
I got you. If you choose not to do so, you have a right not to do so. You don't got to do that. However, here's what I would tell you. This is just me. This is what I would offer to any woman out there who's experiencing the idea or they feel like sexism is really hard on them. I would like for you to ask yourself what life would be like with a penis, right? And being asked to do things that don't benefit you in any manner. I mean, not even a little bit, right? For the probability of sexual gratification, pardon me, a chance to take somebody somewhere who might not even like you. Like, these are all things that exist, right? Like an opportunity to put up with somebody that you need to possibly choose to lay your life down on the line for, give up your freedom. All these things have to exist in your mind, right? When we're talking about sexism and how the other person feels. Like, I personally, like, you know what? Would I want somebody to constantly sexually harass me? Yes, I would, right? I would love to be sexually harassed and objectified all the time. However, by the women that I would want that to happen by.
Right.
Now, would I want somebody I don't necessarily care for doing it? No. So I understand why women be like, you know what? I don't like that Tom from accounting keeps talking about having sex with me or wanting to take me on. I get that because that's not who you want.
Right.
Right. This is why when I hear women say this, and I'm gonna let y'all have this. She said, look, she was like, there's no niggas out here. I said, that's wrong, baby. The niggas you want aren't out here.
Right.
The men you want to want you aren't wanting you because anybody will take you.
Right.
I've seen
Alpha sexually harassing work, sir. Whatever you want, it's yours.
right. I often, like I said, I am okay. Look, ladies, if you are going to sexually harass me, that is your choice. Take what comes with that, though. Take what comes with that, because I'm one of these people. I said this the other day. I said, look, and I have a significant other, so that's not something I got to worry about. But if you would ever knock on my door and be like, "Oh, Eric, you look nice today," and I said all the time, I can't take compliments. You might want to stop it. Stop it now, because if you continue to give me compliments, right, you're going to build up that confidence in my head that you want to try something. No compliments, please. But why? Why? You're not mature enough. You're right. I'm not. I'm not mature enough to accept it. And if you don't like the fact that I'm trying to protect you from me and protect my investment, I always tell men, be nice to the lady friends, but don't be too nice.
Period.
Don't give her compliments all the time.
Nope, don't need them.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Jenny, keep walking. Go to work, nigga. I'm not about to. I don't care if Jenny look and smell good. She can look like Jennifer Lopez. Right. She can look like whoever she want to look like. Guess what? Today you ugly, baby. You ugly for life. I'm not gonna sit up here and risk my bottom line for you.
No, not at all.
And that's what's at risk for a gentleman. That's what's at risk now in today's society. She can look good. That's another thing. You know how many women just be on that sexual harassment tip when they don't want the attention from the nigga they getting it from, which we just sat there and talked about. It's sexual harassment when it's, like we said, Steve from accounting. But when it's Joe, the CEO, it's a welcome advance. It's a welcome advance. It really is. Because now
God, for phones, we can record everything now.
And that's why I tell people, man, look, if she was like, oh man, I like Kush. Okay, cool, go talk to him. I ain't about to sit up here and play with you. Why? Just because you think Kush is cute don't mean you think I am. Just because you want to talk to him don't mean you want to hear me say a goddamn thing. As fickle as, and I learned this, as fickle as, and it's not all women, as fickle as the woman's mind can be at times, as fickle as the emotions of women can be at times, you better recognize the law ain't as fickle, bro. The law ain't gonna be fickle with your dumb ass. So hey, say nice things, keep it short. I don't care if her ass look fat or not, nigga. Don't touch it. Her spirit is whack. I don't care if your ass is fat, bitch. Your spirit is whack. I think Nipsey said something like that.
Did he? I don't know.
I think so. I heard it somewhere. I think it might be. I might even paraphrase. I don't know where I heard it from. I probably gotta look it up. Still, I'm off my soapbox. So now look, Supervillain Kush. Tell them where they can get your apparel from.
We ain't rocky yet. Give us a little time.
Okay. So we come. so mind you, now this shirt that this man has on right now, right, is the official Supervillain Kush shirt. Right, they're gonna be up for production. All right, real soon. So if you are the villain, all right, if you're ever painted, because we're all the villain in somebody's story, right?
You know, it's really unfortunate. I think I'm such a nice person.
You know, but you know, that's why I said this on the show one day. I said this, and Kush can tell you I said it. I said, if you want to know how a woman is, don't ask her. Ask her ex.
Mm-hmm. He has nothing but great things to say. I know.
Let me talk to him.
Because he's still texting, so nothing.
Oh no. See, no. That's not what I mean. See, because what he tells you and what he tells me is gonna be different.
Well, I know because his best friend told it to my cousin.
Oh yeah, he miss you. He want that old thing back, but he can't have it. You know why he can't have it? Because she got a man now. Okay?
Busy.
And she's busy. She got stuff to do. All right. She's a full-time podcaster and mom and stuff like that. All right. She got shit to do. All right. Fuck out of here, weirdo.
Right.
But the reality of it is this, Miss Chrissy. Look. What was I just?
That Southern shit is so ass to me, yo. Like, what the fuck?
What you mean?
Miss Christie, like, what the fuck?
Oh, well, excuse us for having manners.
You just want Christie?
Just Christie. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
You're not gonna get that.
It's so simple.
What the fuck? Have I ever? I got you in my phone.
She rather you She rather you walk in the store and be like, move the fuck out the way.
I
Instead
don't
of
even got glasses on today. I'm outside of the crew because I don't got my glasses on right now. Next time I'm putting glasses on so I fit in.
See, look, here's my thing. No, you're good. You fit in regardless because you talk that talk, and we fuck with that. You gave us so much knowledge today. It's crazy. And the thing is, like I said, when you're the villain in somebody else's story, this is what happens, right? I'm the villain in a lot of stories, and sometimes people have to tell me I'm the villain in my own story. That's right. Sometimes you are the bad guy to yourself. Yes, you are. Yes, we all are. Chris, don't pull that shit. Yes, y'all. We all are. It's all of us.
Change your face, like
no. Look. Your intentions, however, might not be villainous at first, but your actions is what becomes villainous to certain people. All right, and I say this all the time. I've been the victim. All right, we were talking about pre-show. We were talking about the X-Men, right? And I was like, Magneto just seems bad to everybody because the nigga has been through so much, and they don't take time to understand what the nigga been through.
right.
Magneto was a Holocaust survivor, put in a Holocaust camp, treated bad by humankind, ostracized. He had so much stuff happen to him. How could you expect him to ever be a good person?
But he still was, and a little bit.
No, he was I say this all the time. He's a righteous villain. He's one of those villains where I'm like, I understand the plight. I get it. Now, if he's like Thanos is nigga, what? You have infinite power and you want to kill everybody? You can just create more resources. You have godlike powers. But you just chose to want to, let me just wipe out half of existence. So there's infinite resources. Nigga, you could legit, with that same snap, have created infinite resources for people.
It's true. Like, no, I don't think anyone's ever thought of it that way. Just because, like, I love the Marvel universe, so I'm on this ride with you. I completely agree with you. And until you had that moment and said that, I didn't think of it that way because he thought it was justification. He thought it was leveling the playing field, but instead he ruined the whole fucking world.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It becomes crazy because when you start asking this question, I told somebody, so when you start asking that question, when you start going, hey, guys, what do you think would happen in this situation? Well, nigga, you the bad. Like the Joker is a bad guy for no reason.
Oh no!
Chaos for chaos sake.
Hug and kiss him. That's why he's a bad guy.
No, he's evil, but there's something that had to have happened to him, right? The backstory is important. It's something that exists. So being the villain in someone else's story is super minute. Super minute. I am the villain.
That's like it's kind of like what the U.S. So, they say, oh, Japan bombed us for absolutely no reason. We were neutral up to this point, But if you ask some fucking Japanese commanders what happened, I'm sure they got some type of timeline of like
the story. America's the only place. And I've said this before, and I don't care if they get mad. I don't care if I get demonetized or get called whatever the fuck they want to call me. America is the only place where we allow that people who have lost to continue on writing a story. Right? The South lost the war. Why was Robert E. Lee being honored well after that? Why was all of these Southern generals, and why were they getting bridges named after them and statues and parks? And America, we're the only place where that's a thing, right? Where plantations still exist and you can go visit them, even though it's for history's sake. Put that shit in the fucking museum somewhere and get that the fuck out of here. They lost.
Right.
Okay. The Confederate flag should be illegal. It should be put in. If you want to go see, it's our history, put it in a fucking museum and make it history, bitch. Because at the end of the day, we know what it is.
Right.
If you from down here, we know what's up.
Right.
We ain't stupid. Like,
well, you should be educated about that thing. You don't even have to be from the South to know that. You should just be educated and know what the fucking Black American history is and know what happened here. Like, it should just be common knowledge. It should be common, but that's a whole nother conversation.
You
drive through Mississippi
because a lot of schools are like suppressing it from their curriculum.
Oh, that it's a big thing now. Like, that's not, we don't need to know that. but we should know that Holocaust happened. We should know how hard it is for the LGBT community to transition, but fuck Black history. We don't need to know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ain't
Get
that
over
simple?
it. We need to get over it.
Oh, wait. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Here's why. America's the only place that'll tell you, right, to get over something that's happened to you, but give it to everyone else, except for one race of people. So check this out. 9/11 happened. Try telling a white person, a white
Forever.
patriot, to get
No,
over 9/11.
9/11 forever. We will forever remember. Forever.
Never forget. Never forget. Now
Never
watch this.
forget.
Tell them that. Tell them that. What just like, hey, let it go.
Get over it. It happened 400 years ago. Get over it.
Right now, check this out. Jim Crow, less than not even 60 years ago, not 100 years ago. How do you tell somebody, mind you, my mother, my grandmother, I mean, both still alive, were raised in a segregated society at one point.
No,
The 60s,
tell them to get over it, Eric. They need to get over it.
I need to. You know, Grandma, listen, I don't care if you were raised in Jackson, Mississippi, a little spot called Canton, in the 1930s, where the Ku Klux Klan, you know, hung and killed your brother-in-law. I don't care about that. You need to let that go.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It actually might have not even happened. Because we live in America, where every man is equal and we're all free.
I'm actually from Jackson, Mississippi, and actually attended Robert E. Lee Elementary as a child.
Wow. This shit is full circle, this shit right here.
Coming around. Look, when I first met Kush and he told me where he was from, I was like, my grandma from a little spot called Canton. Yeah, I know where that is. All right, and we just kind of chopped it up and we was friends ever since. He ain't never did nothing to me. He ain't never pissed me off, ever. To be honest, as long as I've known Kush, I've never been mad at you.
This shit is crazy. Like, America's a fucking crazy, weird place. And it's we have to make it comfortable for the people who matter enough, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, when you are like this, you're not going to matter enough. We're fighting so hard to matter enough.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's why the whole gender thing, it's small. Who the fuck cares? Because I have to teach my young Black son that regardless of you're not doing anything, please don't, like, the fact that I had to, at the age of, like, I feel like the whole Trayvon thing happened when he was probably around 9. A child who loved a sweatshirt with a hood. Like, to this day, he loves a hooded sweatshirt. Tell him, please do not wear your hooded sweatshirt on the street. Mommy, why? Just because no matter what, you're always going to seem dangerous to people. You know, my son is serious. Like, he is not he's not a smiley kind of a guy. He's gonna look at you like, you're from New York.
Okay.
Like, the nigga rocks his New York officially, like New York City strong. Mm-hmm. He is not smiling at you if you smile at him. It's just not happening.
Yo, son, what the fuck was you looking at?
Well, he got his New York on. His New York is heavy. Like, that nigga, you bump him in the street, like, he gonna take your shoulder off. Like, he's a big guy, you know? And you have to teach, unfortunately, we live in a society where we have to teach our kids this at a young age. And at one point I had to tell him, he's like, oh, I'm like explaining why you can't do this. Oh, Mom, I know it's because I'm Black. I can't say, no, it's not because you're Black. But it is because you're Black.
Right.
And that's just gross. So the gender thing is small compared to what, unfortunately, we as people have to really, truly deal with.
I want to ask you this as a mother, as a Black mother. I know this is secondary to what we're talking about, but it's still a good ass conversation. As a mother, right? How do you deal with telling your young son, right? Hey, look, because I know as a father, okay, my son's 7, right? I tell my son stuff, but his experiences are going to be really low level, or should be, should I say, at this stage of his life, right? He shouldn't be experiencing too much of it. But in the case of your son, who's early 20s, right? A legitimate grown man, right? And most of America, or most of racist white America, not all of white America, just the racist version of it, would see him as a combatant, right? How do you feel knowing that you have to tell your son something different than what they might be telling theirs?
It makes me uncomfortable, to be honest. I feel like it's like I'm on two sides. I have to allow him to, I don't want to jade the way he sees the world. and see the world through color. But I have to remind him every day that you're a young Black man, that no matter what you do, you are the aggressor. You're 6'3". You're not a small guy. Like, he's a solid guy. Like, the kid's the size of a fucking doorway. You know, so when, no matter what it is, and he has braids in his hair, like when people see you, they're gonna see you as a threat. You know, and I have to remind him always, like, that's why every time he leaves the door, every time he leaves or I hang up the phone, I love you. Because I want you to walk through the world knowing that you are loved. Walk through the world knowing that you're not the evil that other people see. And we have to always remind ourselves to teach these children to still be soft and still be lovable and still be able to communicate without feeling afraid or be feeling angry or anything like that. Because sometimes people come from a place where they don't feel love, they don't feel seen, and they respond a particular way. So I want to make sure that he's always responding with respect and making sure that he's clear and able to, you know, speak clearly. Sometimes that doesn't matter, you know, but I still want to make sure that it's embedded in him that he is loved and that he is not the villain in anyone else's story. He still comes from a place where he is loved here, and it's okay to be respectful and to not be on guard all the time, you know. But it's still scary because, you know, he works at night now, and my boyfriend is like, you have to allow him to be a man. And I'm just like, I got this one. I don't got no spares, you know. I don't want to make a spare at this point in my life, but I have to make sure that he comes home to me. And we have, as a Black mother, I live with that fear all the time, that I want my brothers to get home safe. I want my son to come home to me every single day. But the world that we live in, they don't realize the fear that we as women, as mothers, live with, that it can be the smallest thing, like, baby, because he doesn't know you, he's not answering you. Because he's afraid of you just as you're afraid of him. You know, it's scary.
Yeah, majority of conflicts like that exist because of fear.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's one of those things. Thank you for letting us know that. I always had that question. I mean, I'd ask my mother. My mother's like, nigga, just don't die. You know what not to do. You know, my mom's just that kind of person. My mama love me. My mama don't play about me, but she'd be like, look, you know what not to do. Okay. And if something does happen to you,
my mama just wants you to check in. You gotta
I need to know when you get
at
to
least
work.
text me here and there.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. My mom was like one of them hard Southern mothers too. So it's like, you know, you already know like how she coming. Like, you ain't gonna be weak about nothing. That's not how she's giving it up. Like, straight up, she's not gonna let you just be out here and be weak. So, you know, she expects you to conduct yourself in a specified manner, and she knows how she raised. Sometimes she listens to shows, but why are you talking like that? Like, for example, they got upset with me about posting this ghetto Saint Nick joint, right? It was funny.
Lord.
It was funny as hell. It was funny as hell. That nigga said, what he said, oh, Coach, what he say? He said, just in case you want to know, this is a thick woman sitting behind me. The milk and cookies did her good. That was hard.
That was annoying.
Hard. Like, what? Like, who came up with that? I came up with that on my own, right? But it's the crazy part, right? I was listening to Drank Up in My Cup, right? Ooh, tore his ass all the way at the frame. My bad. I'm watching the game a little bit. But when I was listening to how that'd be hard to put to this. So when I put it to the first one, it was like, Merry Christmas to all you ho ho hoes, right? My mother was like, wow, super offensive, right? Like, how could you? But as if hoes don't exist in the world. Like, this is what we mean by sexism. You can't.
Please explain. Does hoe have a gender?
No,
I'm not in this because this is a debate with his mom. So yeah, I'm
I
gonna
just
sit.
want, does the hoe have a gender?
no, no, not at all. No, hoes don't have a gender.
Unfortunately, it doesn't, but society kind
Says
of
it
makes
does.
the rules.
Just like I said this other, just like bitch ain't got no gender because niggas be bitches,
Big bitches.
and hoe
More
ain't
than
got no gender.
More than females.
Yeah, so there's no gender.
Because niggas is definitely bigger bitches than women.
Yeah, that happens.
We done through this a couple times.
You can look. You can tell. Hey, you call me a hoe all you want, baby. Listen, I said this on my show before, ladies. The reason why hoe is as bad to y'all as y'all make it is because women have hoe shame so hard. Y'all, these hoes, man, we love them. What the fuck? It's an ecosystem out here in these streets. Okay, hoes there's a need for them. There's a need for hoe people. There's for hoe niggas and hoe women. There's a need for them. They exist for a reason. It's an ecosystem, right? So, all right, in today's society is a big ass circle. Yes or no? All right. You start off as a reputable person. You find out what your sexuality is. You explore. You end up seeing what you like. Then here you go. Now we're off to the races of the whole cycle. Boom, hoe phase. Up, time to stop that shit. I want to get married to be with somebody. Then it's over. You can't have that ecosystem without people being party to being hoes. You can't. You just got to know for a fact people are temporary. Hoe phases are super temporary, especially in today's society. You can't hope. I mean,
you shouldn't want to. You shouldn't want a whole phase longer than just like a.
And then you also want to be careful how you hoe phase too.
Right, because it could get you something that's permanent.
Not only that, like you just want to be careful because like you can't shake if you fucked like two brothers or two sisters. Like you got two sisters pregnant. Now they got brother cousins and shit. Right. And, you know, it's a weird life.
I mean, that's what I said. It could get you something permanent. There's lots of permanence in the world, you know.
That's true. That's true. You can catch something that you can't throw back too. That's true. Don't ever go fishing in the wrong pond. Now, now this is our last piece of the segment, and we got to get up at this thing, okay? Because listen, this show is amazing, and it doesn't matter. Look, so guys, now we know how to be villains, right? Like how people are villains, all right? Have you realized that there's a weird superhero complex for a lot of people?
No.
It's a weird superhero complex. So check this out. You ever seen those people in society? Don't say that. Don't do that. Don't look at that person that way. Don't do this. It's just why? Why do people want to be the hero so bad, right? For people that they don't know, right? The same group of people who want to dress up for everybody to make them think they're somebody that they're not. The same people who want to post on Instagram that they're doing things they really ain't doing. Same people who want to put on for people who don't even care about them as people, right? Are the same ones that I found that have that superhero complex, that complex to make people, that grandiose complex to make people believe that they are up here, right? That they are the saving grace, that they are the way out, right? How come people just can't be in the fucking middle?
I don't know.
I'm doing my own fucking thing.
I think that's just a people thing. Some people just need to always be like I'm the one, you know? Sometimes people just want to be the savior of everything and the savior of all. Not everyone's just comfortable just coasting like you said, in the middle. Some people want to either be better than you or I need to hurt you. And hurt is just because hurt people. But I just always want to be better than you. I want to prove you wrong. I want to
you can be
this minding your business spot. A lot of niggas don't like this mind your business spot.
I think it's like people who like more ashamed than themselves that do that too though. I feel like today is like a fucking finger we live in. It's like, oh, look at what you did. Yeah, I did that, but look over there. Look at what he did. Like, ain't nobody responsible for their own shit no more. And that shit just keep going, and I don't know.
Comes back, and I said the saddest thing in the world is this, right? All right, me and my significant other, will keep her name private. Me and my significant other were chilling, right? We had a disagreement this morning, slight disagreement.
Again.
And yeah, I mean, not the one from the other night. So me, mind you, hold on, right quick for everybody out here watching. Me and Chris were on the phone, right? My significant other pops up. She comes over, and we're all talking to Chris. She's drinking wine, kicking it with Chrissy. Everything's cool, right? So that's how Chrissy knows. We disagree about things all the time, but we were disagreeing this morning because I said, "Hey, look, we made plans last night for you to come over. Simple. Point A, point B. Plans are already there." She was like, "Hey, look, I was calling just to make sure that, you know, the plans hadn't changed." In the morning, right? It's like 7 in the morning. I'm like, Well, it's 7 a.m. If I ain't call you and tell you my plans have changed, no plans have changed. Now, this is me being the villain in my own story. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is not no hero at all. There was no hero in my actions at all. Here's why. The hero in my actions failed me because instead of me looking and going, damn, she's really trying to figure out, if my plans are different because she just got off work and she probably wants to go home and go to sleep. All right. My response was, did I fucking tell you my plans changed? Just got like what the hell? Like, but it took me to get agitated to say that, right?
Like that.
Now listen, I'm gonna tell you what. Now I didn't say the curse word. I'm like just look like I kind of was very condescending with what I asked. It was like, did I tell you my plans changed? Like, that kind of thing. But the reality is this: I'm completely wrong. And she told me, nigga, you wrong. And I was like, damn, you're right. I am wrong. I'm completely wrong. Like, I probably should never have even like questioned that part of it. But that's me being the villain in my own story, right? That's me doing it to myself. That's me shooting myself in the foot, right? Now the hero in me apologized vigorously, right? And
or was that just I was wrong?
Right, and but that's
just clear that up.
Yeah, I was completely wrong. My bad. Right, everything's fine. We're not having a bad day no more. She, everything's good, no issue. But it took for me to have that conversation and realize, damn, bro, that's really your fault. You're really the problem. A lot of people don't recognize when they're really the problem. And I was really the problem.
You made me just realize I need to start responding to simple answers nice.
Yeah, because it's like something simple. Something that little.
Because in my head, it's like it's a stupid question. So
why is it stupid? I'm respecting you by confirming that we have these plans.
I'm not saying that it is. I'm telling you, like in my head, that's how it would be.
Well, you
I don't know why.
And that was her showing respect for you. Just, hey, reaching out to confirm, blah, 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 blah.
True. Hey, look, she's a good woman. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her.
Good, as you should.
Shout out to her, but
but negates what came before it. Just want you to remember that.
No, I was supposed to say, but shit happens. I can't. What am I supposed to do? I can't take it back. I already said it. I'm probably gonna pay for that.
As you should.
But it is what it is.
Whatever happens, you deserve it.
That's sexist. So anyway, look. So with that being said, look, everybody, what y'all got planned for the future, man? What do y'all got coming? Obviously, we know Kush got the shirts coming out. Obviously,
I don't got nothing right now. I'm just working, making New York City beautiful. That's all I got right now.
Hey, running it all the way up, and me, I'm just doing everything.
You make New York City beautiful?
Yeah, I'm a hairstylist.
Oh, I thought you made the actual city.
I'm making the women in New York City beautiful.
Okay, well, I greatly appreciate you.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Without you, there'd be some ugly bald head scallywags running around your city. I mean, just look. New York women are tough too. So, like, I'm glad you're beautifying them. So at least when they being tough, they look good.
Be kind of soft on the eyes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you dead ass. Oh man, she's fine. Okay, go ahead.
Right, but hold on. Dead ass, yo. You have to always add yo to everything. Like, I can't.
I got the razor blade in the back of the car. Quit playing with me, yo.
Exactly.
Then you sit back, you be like, I don't even want to ride in the front seat no more.
No.
She might cut my throat. Or you take on a date and the night's about to end off and she's like, yo, come upstairs and crack my shit open, B. Dead ass.
Dead ass, nigga.
Dead ass nigga, come break me off. Like, and the texting to me is like, the fuck is wrong with this hoe?
I'm acting like y'all don't like aggressive women. I know. A woman should be submissive. I agree. It's fine. Well, let's save that for another conversation. Don't even go into that. Another conversation.
I'm not gonna say. Here's the thing. I ain't gonna say what all dudes in Texas like, But I'll be honest with you, right? I think we understand game a little bit differently than y'all understand it, right? I think the further down here you come, we understand it a little bit differently because our women's game ain't really nigga game. It's women game. Women from the East Coast, y'all have nigga game. Like y'all act like y'all y'all niggas is bad, but y'all women are worse, right? Like straight up, niggas is horrible. And I think because they're so hard on y'all like that, y'all become tough too. Our females down here, they have their own type of game, but it's really like a feminine based game.
Feminine based gun in your purse game. Got it.
Yeah, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, okay, but then when y'all meet up, y'all rub off on each other. They pick up a piece of y'all shit, y'all pick up a piece of their shit, and it becomes, whatever it shall be. Part of life. We realize this. It's what we do. So, but shout out to New York City, shout out to Houston, shout out to my little spot, Colleen, Texas. Shout out to them right in the middle. All right, and Dallas too, and Austin and El Paso.
Oh God.
Yeah, you just not. San Antonio gets no love.
Oh yeah, shout out to San Antonio. I live around the corner. Live right around the corner. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know where y'all see me around the city. What it is? The countdown. Shout out to y'all. But other than that, look, guys, as always, Ivy knows best. Even when I don't, just say I do. I'm gonna holler at y'all later.